Okay, so we are given this stem and leaf plot, and it's the cost of lunches in dollars. So if we look down at our key, it's 6 line 3. So that separation is equivalent to $6.30, which means that this line right here is actually a decimal point. So we are going to find the mean, we are going to find the median, we are going to find the mode, and we are going to find the range of the set of data that is provided to us. So just a quick recap on what each one of those are. The mean is the average of the data, so I'm going to add together all of these numbers, and then I'm going to divide by the number of leaves that we see. The median is going to be the number in the middle when they're ordered from least to greatest. The mode is going to be the number that we see the most, and the range is going to be the difference between the largest number and the smallest number in our set of data. So really quickly, this is $3.50, $4.20, $5, $5.90, $6, $6.30, just like we see here, $6.50, $6.70, $7.40, $7.50, $7.90, $8, $8.20, $8.30. You just have to remember that this is a decimal point for each one, and then you're just replacing basically the dimes, because that's going to be the number that's here. This is your dimes and that's your pennies. So now we're going to talk about the mean, the median, the mode, and the range. So the easiest one to do is the range. That is the difference between the largest number and the smallest number. So the largest number is always the very last stem and the very last leaf. So that is $8.30. And then I'm going to subtract the smallest number, which is always the very first stem and the very first leaf. So this is $3.50. I'm going to take the 2 zeros off of the ends because we don't actually need them. They're really just placeholders. And then I'm going to borrow. So I'm going to basically take this dollar and borrow it, turn it over here, and then add some more dimes to this. So instead of 3 dimes, now I have 13 dimes. 13 minus 5 is 8, decimal drop straight down, and 7 minus 3 is 4. So the range is $4.80. Okay, so the next one we're going to do is called the mode. The mode is the number that we see the most. So I'm going to look at each stem and each set of leaves and see if there is a stem that has a set of leaves that repeat themselves or has the same value. So this is a stem of 3, then a leaf of 5. There's no repetition there. Stem of 4, leaf of 2, no repetition. Stem of 5, leaf of 0, stem of 5, leaf of 9. There's no repetition in the 5 stems. So this is 6 as our stem, leaf of 0, 3, 5, and 7. So there is no repetition here. Leaf of 7, leaves of 4, 5, and 9. There are no leaves that repeat themselves. Stem of 8, leaves of 0, 2, and 3. Once again, there are no leaves that repeat themselves. So every single piece of data in this data set is represented exactly one time. So because every piece of data is represented the exact same amount of times, that means that there is no mode in this data set. So we're going to write no mode. Remember, the mode is the one that can actually have no answer. It can have one answer, or it can have more than one answer, just depending on how many times the numbers are repeated within a set of data. So the median is the number that is in the middle. So all I have to do is count the number of leaves, divide it by 2, and figure out if I increase that many from the bottom to the top and the top to the bottom, where do those numbers meet in the middle? So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So there are 14 pieces of data. If I divide 14 by 2, that's going to give me my center because I'm splitting it in half. So half of 14 is 7. Half of 14 is 7. So I'm going to count 7 leaves down and 7 leaves up from the bottom and figure out where do I land. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there are 2 numbers in the middle, $6.50 and $6.70. So in order to determine what number falls directly between those 2 numbers, I'm going to add them together and divide by 2. So I have $6.50 and then $6.70. So that's a 2, carry a 1. That's 13. So I'm going to take this and divide it by 2 because I want the average of those two numbers, or the number in the exact middle. 13.2 divided by 2, bring that straight up. 2 does not go into 1. 2 goes into 13 6 times. 13 minus 12 means I have a remainder of 1. I'm going to bring down the 2 now. If I have 12 and I want to make groups of 2, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, so that takes me 6 groups of 2, which means that I have no remainders. So my median is $6.60. Okay, so now the one that's going to take the longest amount of our time. So the mean. The mean means I need to add up all of these numbers and then divide by 14. Okay, so just to save us a little bit of time, I'm going to write out all the numbers and I'm going to use a calculator to actually add them together. You can do them by hand and then use a calculator to check yourself. Or you can just do them by hand and then say, okay, my answer may be right. Okay, so I have $3.50. I have $4.20. I have $5, $5.90, $6, $6.30, $6.50, $6.70, $7.40, $7.50, $7.90, $8, $8.20, $8.30, and I can add them together. So I have 5, 7, 7 plus 9 is 16, 16 plus 3 is 19, 24, 31, 35, 40, 49, 51, 54. So I'm going to put a 4 and I'm going to carry a 5. I'm going to drop those decimals straight down. So I have 8, 12, 17, 22, 28, 34, 40, 46, 53, 60, 67, 75, 83, 91. So $91.40 divided by 14. If I have 9, I cannot make a group of 14, so I'm going to put a 0 up there. And then if you don't know your multiples of 14, you can kind of guess. I know that 14 times 10 is 140, which is way over 91. So then if I do 14 times 5, half of 140 is 70. So 14 times 5 would be 70. I could probably go a little bit higher. So I'm going to try 14 times 6 and see what happens. So that's a 4 and a 2, and that's 84. So I'm going to do 14 times 7 just to check myself. So that's 8 and 2, so that's 98. That is too much, so I'm going to go back to the 6. So I'm going to put a 6 up here. I'm going to borrow from the 9, regroup that as an 11. 11 minus 4 is 7. Bring down the 4. So I know that I need to go less than 84. So I'm going to do 14 times 5. Which gives me 70. So I'm going to do a 5 here and a 70 here. Bring down the 4, and I'm going to add another 0. So now I need to get as close to 40 without going over. So 14 times 1 is 14. 14 times 2 is 28. 14 times 3 is 42. So that's too much, so I'm going to go back to the 2. 40 minus 28 is 12. I'm going to add a 0, and I'm going to bring that down. So I know that 14 times 7 is 98, so it has to be greater than that. 14 times 10 is 140, so it has to be less than 10. So I'm going to go with, let's go with 8 and see what happens. 2, 3, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that's 112. Okay, so I'm just going to stop there because we're talking about money, and money rounds to the nearest hundredth because of the pennies. Remember, these are your dimes and these are your pennies. So I'm going to look at this number. So whenever you're rounding, if the number that you're looking at is a 0, a 1, a 2, a 3, or a 4, it just goes away and you ignore it. If it is a 5, a 6, a 7, an 8, or a 9, it has the power to increase that number to its left by 1. So because this is an 8, it has the power to change this by 1. So instead of 2, 2 plus 1 is 3. So my mean is going to be $6.53. Remember what I told you about your mean and your median being relatively close? $6.53 is relatively close to $6.60. So I'm pretty sure that our answers are almost 100% accurate. If you want to go back and check any of this with the calculator, you are more than welcome to do so. Just make sure that you understand the difference between a mean, a median, a mode, and a range. You know to look at the keys so you know how to read your stem and leaf plot. Good luck!